Hello everyone, this is TechStack here. We are back and we are going to test something else that I realized last night, this morning? I don't know. But first, let's set time day. Time set day. Time set day, please. There we go. Okay, so what is it I realized? Let's not even bother with that. I was looking at Reddit, and on Reddit somebody was posting that you can put a boat inside of a rail car, or rail car inside of a boat, one of the two, and like they could control the rail car from the boat, blah blah blah. And I realized that I have not tried a minecart or a boat or anything like that. Hey Lake, how are you today? It has been a long time. I can't remember the last time I seen you. It's been that long. So I don't think I can put the minecart down. I can't, but I can put a boat down. It doesn't push the boat, but if I'm in it, oh, that's disappointing. It doesn't move us. I was hoping that it would detect that we're here and then move both of us. Let's try it with the minecart on a track, because I believe the rails will still work as far as pushing us with these. You're ninja. Oh, okay. So I don't feel so bad for not remembering then, because you changed your name. Okay, so I'm not moving with my mount or my controls. It's moving me. Doesn't move the minecart. The question is, should it? I couldn't stop the minecart there, but I don't know if that's normal minecart behavior though. Let's try this. So obviously, Ninja, I'm back to working on the mod, right? Yeah, you can't stop it. Is it just because I was pushing forward in the reverse? Right. And I've had a couple people do that, but you're definitely the winner today. Put it that way. So should these push minecarts? Should these push boats? Those are not living entities, is why it's not moving it. I think that's how I've got it set up. In fact, let's take a look. I also have some stuff to show off with the tower crane that I'll do in a bit here. Let's see. First, let's get to this conveyor. And we are looking for items, living entities, and XP orbs. We could just do entities in general, but I'm afraid that'll get us in trouble with things like, what are they called? Like, it would move arrows, it would move fireballs, it would move everything basically. But I'm really mostly afraid it's gonna move tile entities, and that would be horrible. Maybe we should just ignore them. I'm okay with them behaving this way. I was just kind of hoping it would work because it could be really fast. What we found out last night was if you put down these on top of the conveyors, you really get going. Because the conveyors push you along with the asphalt, letting you run faster. Okay, let's quit the title. I don't think anybody's probably on the set right now unless it's Seagull. I'll take Tinkerbell, it's okay. But let's switch over to this version of Minecraft that's on another screen here. There we go. This is the latest version of the mod. Alright, so this has got the tower crane working, and that looks really cool and weird, having them all bunched up like that. But what I've done, so it's same IP and all that, but it's a different version of the mod than what we had before, back when you were watching before. So the server, the best way to get on is get on the Discord if you're not on there. there is a channel called mod testing server info. In fact, here, this mod testing server info, and it has instructions on how to get it. Get the dev version of the mod that's on the server, because that server is the testing world for us, right? It's where we're gonna put this version that I'm running right now. It's just this version is not quite ready for the server even. No, that's fine. The link to the Discord should be in the description of the YouTube stream. There you are. I seen you join. Welcome to the Discord again. So anyway, the tower crane. I still need to put a name on that. Doesn't have a name yet. That's cool. Let's do that. But the tower crane now properly will let you pick a blueprint. Good to be back. Why is my restream not running? Dang it, restream. There you are. So let's say we pick, I don't know, 3x3 stone, right? And it's going to go into its initial position. Happens to be there. And it's going to wait because it doesn't have the items in the inventory. It needs 27 stone. If I give it 1, it'll drop that count by 1, of course. It will place that 1 and then wait for the next. But if I put the all in there, it's good to go. And it's going to start placing the thing until it runs out of stone, basically. What I did off stream today was make that counter that shows how many is missing take into account how much of it's already built. Or initially it was just saying 27 forever, and it never changed that, right? So now it's showing how many are still needed, basically. It shows what item is next. Right. So, like, that was a big achievement to get it that far, but it was so discouraging knowing how much work I've had to do when I was working on it back then. And now I've done 90% of that hard work I didn't want to do. And it's so close, but it's so hard to do some of the stuff, right? Like, to figure out the math. I don't know why it was so hard for me to figure out the math for that, but I could figure out the math for the rotations and all this junk. This, just to figure out how many blocks are needed, was a pain. Let's just put it that way. And it's still got a few bugs I need to work out, but I think they're bugs I can work through now. The other thing I changed today was initially this thing would take like 17 blocks this direction and start building it out here. Now it's going to build it right by its base. And it's going to, hopefully, and I haven't tested this yet, work no matter the size of the blueprint that we scanned. So like when we were working on this before, it wouldn't let you save blueprints long term, right? It was there was only one blueprint file, and it would overwrite the file the next time you scan something. Now it's got a list of blueprints it's pulling, and it's pulling them from the server. So if there's a group of people working together on a server, they will all contribute to blueprints that are on the server, and then can use each other's blueprints. In fact, when I hover over this, you'll see it says a player name. Well, they're all the same player on those, but eventually, if I go up far enough, maybe there's different players. All right, so you can see other people's blueprints. And if I pick, say, that one, 9 unique, I have no idea what it is. It needs 7 stone, 1 dirt, and 1 grass. So it's going to start building that.
Hello.
Hey, Fire.
Hey. You're like ultra quiet.
You're like ultra loud for me. Is it just my Discord, maybe? Let me...
I changed something on.
My mic...
It's probably me.
It's probably me. My mic was so screwed up. Now I've got it set all the way up there. Let me check the win. That could be it. Micro... what? I don't know if that's it. No, that's not it. sounds. System sounds. There we go. Master volume. Yeah, see my
How's that now for me?
you sound fine, Fire. Like it's no problem at all.
Yeah, because
You're super clear and super loud. And Fiery, we have an old friend in the stream right now and is saying hi to you. Used to always say hi to you. They've changed their name, so good luck figuring out who it is.
okay, I gotta get onto your stream. Hold on.
They're going by Lake now. Not that that tells you who it is. And Blue Boy's here too. What the heck? Everybody's back. Blue Boy, have you seen this? I'll let this come up while I'm... Wait, why's that not working? It needs stone? Yeah, stone. Does it need different stone? Yeah, see, I gotta fix that bug.
That's weird. You're louder on the stream than you are for me in my headset.
Really? Am I audible in the stream? That's an important thing, like, for everyone else. So I was thinking it wasn't.
No, I can hear you perfectly on your stream, like they said. Like I turned the stream's volume on, and I hear you perfectly. But
I don't know.
It's my end. Let me try restarting Discord once.
I don't know why, Fire, but you sound like you're in HD or something for me. Thank you, Blue Boy.
Hold on a second.
It would keep running if I kept supplying it with the right items. Let me change blueprints. There, now it'll keep going. You can actually see it moving around. So that's something, Blue Boy, we had a year ago, but it was so far behind where it is right now. Like, the amount of stuff we've changed to this to get it to this point was ridiculous. It would place blocks, but that was about it before. It was bad. Really bad. Right, so you're saying for construction sites and stuff. That's why I've built this. Like, this is the thing in my mod that will build stuff, right? There's... Everything else destroys. This builds. Is it better now?
No, not better.
The heck?
Still the same.
You just gotta turn me up in Discord then? You know, like if you right-click my name and... use the user volume on me.
Keep clicking in wrong spots.
Of course I never did. Did you? I didn't remember you was like. Really?
Literally.
What about like if you go into Discord? I don't know if you're in a stream, but I'm gonna show it on the stream. So there's an output volume you can move up and down to increase the sounds the Discord's making.
Input volumes all the way up. Outputs at 112.
I have mine at like 123, but that's just me and I'm deaf. I made most of the models for that mod too. I've also asked Tech to replace the models with as good as my MTS models. And Blue Boy, it's so much work to replace one model. That's why I haven't started on it. I think we talked about that before, right? It's basically redoing that entire machine from scratch to replace the model. So getting out the stuff we've got here is my priority for now, so that we can get an update out. So my plans for the mod are to get this working, get the few other machines like this underground loader working that we've already added, get all the bugs fixed and stuff that I know of and can fix. Yeah, I get it. Lurker. So this tower crane, as far as what I need to do in it, I need to add this here. This says missing. A block's missing or something. I got my tickets for GDX. Over 9,000 nukes. We are definitely going now. So, if you do end up going, I'll see you. I'm by to shake your hand. They're having a Smash tournament, and my son and his friend are going to be doing the Smash tournament as well. So it needs to not place blocks that already exist in the world too, right? We don't want to place a block here. The laser miner, good question. Show that off, I guess. It's as finished as I'm probably gonna get it for now, right? So that's it. It doesn't show the laser beam until you jump in it. And then it shows the laser beam. And whatever that laser beam touches, disappears. I wonder if the laser miner should silk touch stuff. Be kind of a cool effect, wouldn't it? Yeah, different models. Yeah, so the laser miner in the public one's the old model, definitely. It's the much uglier model. Let's put it that way. Significantly uglier.
Okay, that was weird.
What?
Tech? I figured out what was wrong with my headset, or what was wrong with my sounds.
What?
My volume mixer was all the way down, but it wasn't, you know, showing at all. Like I had to go into there and like turn it up. It's like, what?
So like this stuff, like Discord was turned down overall, huh?
Right.
Let me show that to the stream.
Can we show what?
Just Blue Boy wanted me to show this on the stream.
Oh, that's cool. That is awesome.
What's... I get that it's like an excavator, but what's that end on that one?
On which one? The second one?
Yeah, the second one down.
That's a log loader, probably.
Oh boy. Dude, that's the model that's in the mod now, isn't it? It looks a lot like it if it's not. Oh wait, okay. That's the different one. Supposed to be a grapple, okay. What are you using now to make these models, Blue Boy? Are you using the same Windows 3D modeling program you were using before, or is it something else like this this thing? Model Creator by Mr. Crayfish. I doubt it's Model Creator. Block bench. Okay. I don't think I've checked that block bench before.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay. What model format does it save them in? Are they OBJs still? Block bench and bender. Okay. Let's get rid of this bug. I don't want this thing being in that position. Oh, pineapple. But you're ignored by Tinkle blinking. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. I didn't even see you there. There's too many messages. I'm sorry. Also, why is my messaging thing not beeping at me? That's why the only reason I have that thing is to beep at me so that I know someone's messaging. Gosh. Gosh, turn on notifications again. There we go. Somebody say something. I think everyone's here. But this, there we go. Yeah, like you all came back the same night. I don't understand. What was special about tonight? So that I can do it again. Okay. Thanks, Blue Boy. Thanks for stopping in. So the tile okay. It needs a better starting position, basically. So its initial starting position is just weird. Ah, so I need to add everyone all the time. Okay. Thanks, Pineapple. Well, thank you for remembering me, Ninja. Feels special now. That's cool, Nuke. I still haven't figured out what to shorten your name from over 9,000 nukes to, other than calling you by your real name. But I don't like calling people by their real name because that's why we don't use their real names, right? There's a reason for that. I'm just gonna call you Nukes until I forget to call you Nukes and I call you something different again. I'm sorry. Not sure if you heard earlier, but I did get my tickets to the game conference. So where is our position of the arm by default? That's what I need to get to. Gantry position equals 2. Target wench position. Y plus 5. Position equals 0. So state 1 must be going down to get the arm. Or get the block, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's in a loading position. So state 1 is what we want the positions to be by default. So where is that at again? So can we find where those are defined? Gantry position 2. And target wench position equals 0. What does that do for us? Nothing. I'm happy I stopped because this brings back a lot of memories of us talking and watching the stream. Yeah. There was so many ideas we've had over the years, right? On this thing. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose some of them. But like at the same time, there's so many ideas that just pour in on it. There's so much we can do to this thing. That didn't really do anything, did it? Maybe because the state is overriding it. Maybe we need a special state. State is greater than 6. We do that. 3, 4, 5. State 6. Hey, collectively we'll all come with some crazy ideas. How it got to where it is now. Target arm rotation is set too. That's probably what's wrong. Get pickup location. Okay. And that makes the most sense. We would want that to be in the get pickup location. But can we call that at startup? I don't know because we won't have these. We could say if state equals -1. Like, so for example, I'm going to very quickly need recipes, for example, for this thing, right? So that I can get it to be built. Why is that not taking? State does not equal -1 or something? Is this on the server that we're calling this? That could be. But even then it should be. So, I don't know if you know this, but there's an assembly table. And we have these type of blueprints that we can use for these tier 2 type machines or tier 1.5 type machines, where we just say, I need these ingredients to be in your inventory before you to be able to click this assemble button. So in this case, 8 steel ingots, 1 turbo, 1 furnace lets you click this button. So if I get some steel, click it, it pulls out the items from my inventory, and now it's in a mode where we can start building this. And you have to apply work to it. 2 ways to apply work. The default way is the hammer. You sit here and you hold right click on it, right? And that applies work. If I do this enough, we'll eventually get tired of hearing that sound. More, and we get the item. So that's how you can make things. The other way you do it is there's a robotic arm that'll do it. The robotic arm looks stupid right now, I think. So we can make the tower crane in that assembly table type thing, but I need to know what ingredients should be required for it, right? I've got an easy way of making these blueprints from code to just say what's required and check your inventory, blah blah blah. So instead of making, the tier 1 stuff is all based off of vanilla crafting mechanics, but it required us to create a lot of items, a lot of textures and stuff like that. Doing it this way makes us kind of bypass that, right? Because there's nothing that says nothing that's stopping us from putting a blueprint. Blueprint. Here's all the blueprints we already have. The continuous miner takes 128 steel. Right, that's 2 stacks of steel. How are you going to consume that in a crafting recipe other than having a bunch of subcomponents when you can only put a max of 9 of a thing in a crafting grid? Right, so this bypasses that. It makes items more expensive without more crafting steps. It also requires a little bit of time sitting here hammering away or using what do you call it? The machines to do it. But I'm only going to do it for tier 2 stuff or anything above tier 1. I kind of see this as a tier 1 thing, because I wouldn't mind people being, or tier 1.5 kind of thing, because I wouldn't mind people being able to build earlier on. So I don't know if you know, Lake, but we have another dimension we've added. And that other dimension adds additional ores. Anything that uses those ores is tier 2 in the mod.
I'm back.
You didn't miss nothing, Fire. I'm just talking about stuff you already know. Are you playing RL, Clap, or what are you doing?
I was gonna jump on there in a second.
Okay. I'm surprised you guys weren't in the Discord last night. I know you guys were playing because you were talking about it, but nobody was in voice. I was like, what's going on? Does everybody hate each other?
No, probably just scared that everybody was going to be screaming about how many times they died.
Oh, yeah. Right, and that's what I'm thinking. It's going to be expensive, and it'll need steel, but what else are the other things, right? I don't think it should be the tier 2 ores from the new dimension. But let's say steel for this, right? I guess steel for that, right? It's a lot of steel in this. Maybe we should make up blocks or something. Like a stack of blocks. And whatever we would use for the cable, so like a bunch of string. I guess it wouldn't be regular string though, would it? It'd be like steel cable or something, wouldn't it? Yeah. I don't know. I need people thinking about that, is what I'm saying, while I'm working on like making this arm be in the right position, which it's not wanting to do. This is called an update, and it's only getting called on what? Remove the tubes whilst... Okay, that did get done. Hey Luke, have you thought about adding hydraulic systems since that's how many of the machines work in real life? I haven't thought about that. If you're talking about adding a fluid, I started adding a fluid before, and it's a pain in the butt. A big pain in the butt. So this is only running code on the server here. But this set target for states, it doesn't get called for state 1. Okay. Did you ever consider other ways to spawn the vehicles other than having it be an item you place down? There have been... Like, it's not like it's a problem or too weird, just curious. So there have been some suggestions of, you should make them multi-blocks, or have some machine that crafts them for you and they just spawn in. I'll tell you, the initial inception of the assembly table was much grander than where it's at right now. These factory arms, which are very, very whip and ugly, are supposed to work on this. Like their arm tipping down there that it does shouldn't be quite so spazzy looking, and it should actually be down there for a while and weld on it. And I was thinking of like having the item be on top or something, and it like builds it up slowly or something like that, just to show that it's actually doing work onto it. But I haven't gotten that far. But even before that, I was thinking, make a big item, right? That's like 5 or 6 blocks wide. Excuse me. I had to sneeze. So like, this machine gets built like that kind of thing, but it gets into some complexities real fast doing that. Like, how do I know what parts to render at what percentage of it being built and stuff? So we're not calling this at all for state 1. That's our problem. So we'll do this instead. Down here, we'll say if state equals 1. -1, sorry. I immediately thought block create, like you place down a bulldozer crate and you break it with a wrench or something, it spawns a bulldozer. Oh! That could be cool. Huh. I could see like, like a crate, and you unbox it and wrench the entity to make it break down into the bulldozer crate again. For some reason, that makes more sense as the multi-block to me, and I don't really know why. Like, people suggested making, this a multi-block, right? You place down all the blocks and you get the thing, right? But a wooden crate visual for that makes more sense, because that's easy to model. Not like I'm trying to get out of the work or anything. It's not like that. It's, how do I render 1 block's worth of this thing that's not even the size of a Minecraft block, right? It's a weird size. But if we had crates that went all the way around this thing and as high as this thing, and you whack it with a crowbar or something, pop, the crate part shatters, and you get the machine. How much time do you spend on these, Blue Boy? That's crazy, some of the stuff you've made. Like, look at this, guys. It's gotta be a ton of work, man. So, you've made me think, if I were to go multi-block, that is the way to do it, I think. But I still want to not push out. I don't want to add features to the next update, right? I want to keep the current update on the line with where I'm at, and then we can add to the next one, right? I want to set milestones, basically, and not increase the scope of the project for each milestone too much. The biggest one might be too big, to be honest. Like, it might be too many polys for the game to render efficiently. The smaller one's pretty small, though. Eagle, the rails were a flop. The rail idea was, can I put rails on top of conveyors? I can, and it still pushes the player, but it doesn't push the minecart. I was thinking this would be easiest and simplest multi-block for new players beginning introduced to the mod. Yeah, it makes sense. Gotcha. And remember what we talked about before with the models? I really don't want the models to be a specific brand of a real machine. I don't want to bias one machine or another. I'll just say I work for a heavy machinery company and I don't want to like promote competitors as one thing. That makes sense. But also at the same time, like, I don't want, for example, Caterpillar to be like, oh, you can't have our machines in your mod, get them out of there, we hate your mod, right? I've seen, like, what was it, the Pokemon mod? Some, like, Nintendo or whoever came and said, take your mod down. That'd be awful. After all this work I put into this thing?
Yeah.
I don't want that. Okay, that's cool. Plus we created the whole craft company, I mean, come on. Yeah, Pixelmon, that was it. Okay, so why is this not going now? What's the problem now? Should send the position. Did I save it? I saved it. Nintendo is super protective of their IP, and they should be, right? But also at the same time, it's a fan-made thing. I mean, come on. Right, Nukes. Like, having a single block for, say, the lawnmower makes sense, right? Maybe. I don't know. That would also require me having to figure out multi-blocks. Not that I can't, it's just I kind of have a feel for what they're going to involve, and it's not super straightforward. I know why they didn't do it. Mods are not allowed to be sold. The Minecraft thing. Nintendo would get in trouble with the Microsoft Mojang. Why is this still rendering in there? I don't get it. What is the state of this thing? Is it even getting to this part of code? Okay, apparently not. In fact, the only mod that I know of that I've seen that has a paid part is the shaders mod, and it's not really paid. It's if you're a patron of their patron page, you get early access to the mod, to their shader mod that has the ray tracing stuff in it, right? So it's not paying, it's just that's a perk of being a paid patron, right? Kind of thing. But those I think you can put in G6 does, or it's similar in size to the one already in the game. Okay. Okay. So why is this part never hitting? I don't get that. We're on the server. We gotta be on the server. Oh, it's not running. Oh my gosh. I put all these checks in here to prevent like weird crap from happening, and they're just shooting me in the foot left and right. Because if I don't have it running, then this piece isn't gonna. Okay. Wait. Else, if we'd still want this part. Where it's on the server, and that, and then we're gonna go and do this and say that. Still not doing it, really? Tech, do you want your items to look like new Minecraft textures or the old ones? Do what now? I have no creative design for textures, and they don't look like, they look like crap because I'll just put it that way. So some of them I've done like the 16 by 16 textures, and they kind of sort of little bit fit with the Minecraft feel. There's probably like this one that looks like Minecraft stuff, right? I kind of took the Minecraft one and modified it up. But then I did this one, and I decided for some reason when I was that day, I would be stupid and I would make it a 64 by 64 texture, and it doesn't fit the feel. So they're all over the place. Eventually I'll try and fix them so they all look like more Minecrafty. You know what I'm saying? Like that seems to fit better. Like this is okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. It looks like Minecraft stuff. Same with this, it's okay. The blocks, I'm really happy with these blocks. I love the look that I was able to pull off with these blocks. That like, if I didn't have this model and this model looking as good as they do, to me, like, I would have ripped these things out of the mod long ago, because I'm not sure they fit with the mod. Okay, fine. But they just look so darn good, I don't want to pull them out. Because I want them to work so they can look pretty. It is not Pandora. It is the bleak dimension. I need to show off the bleak dimension sometime on stream. Should I do it now, guys? Yeah, I know, Eagle. I know. It needs to work. And that will happen. The tower crane needs to get complete. Those two other machines need to get complete. Then I will take an attempt at getting RF integrated into the mod. If I can do that without major hassle, that'll probably be the next release of the mod. The battery's working tomorrow evening? No, that's not going to happen tomorrow. I know that for a fact. I need to get the tower crane working first. Okay, so we're definitely getting down in here. Why didn't it take, though? So let's step over all this stuff. It definitely goes down in there. It creates the tower crane packet to go to the client. Oh, you mean on the server? Yeah. We need to get people in and just go kill the dragon too, right? And that last thing. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming tomorrow night or not. I would like to, but I don't know if I'm going to be around to it. Hey, Tristan. Why is this rendering this way? It's going to drive me bonkers. Oh, CSGO. Yes, the Cat D6 is the correct size dozer. Iron Life, very similar size to the Deer 750K when it's in the game now. Well, remember, like, I adjust the size of them to fit the blocks a little bit too, right? So whatever your original mod was might have been modified, but I would have scaled it in the X, Y, and Z axis the same percentage. Warm up is the dragon fight or the wither fight? Oh man. Okay, boo bye. Let's look at the render and see if it's in there. Tile entity tower crane. There we go. So we're getting the direction. We're not doing anything with that direction right now. That's fine. We're rendering the blueprint, which I think we have disabled right now. Because we set something somewhere that disables it. Yeah, Eagle. Ninja's back. He used to watch it all the time with us. Or watch us stream all the time. Get claw holding. So that's drawing the claw. Claw's contents. Okay, so we're going to be going back up then. We need to get the model render. So this. So model. Tile entity. Tower crane. Yeah, I remember you, Tristan. I remember you coming in. So we've got the tower crane there. It's definitely an instance of the tower crane. It's getting the arm rotation, gantry position, and wench. That's probably what's wrong. Okay. So now that I know that, the set target for state is setting the arm. That's setting the target arm rotation. But update sets the actual arm rotation or what? I don't know anymore. Set running, false, okay. How do you donate? Don't worry about donating, man. It's all good. Thank you, though. Next position. So let's go this way. I need to look for... Where's my find window? Hello, Mr. Find. Alt space M. What? There, it was off my screen. I want that. What method's this? This is an update, but it only happens on the server and only happens when it's running. Ugh. So we need to do all of that as well. So we're setting target armor rotation? We are. Can we do this and just jump it right there? Yep, it snapped to it. Cool. So then we need to set the other pieces as well. I want it to come in the right position. There you go, Eagle. That's right. That's how you can support the stream. Be subscribed and like. Keep losing which one's the one I need open over here. Alright. Let's gantry position and Wentz position is the other two. Oh. Want stars? I'll give you stars. Big party stars. Wentz position equals target Wentz position. And gantry position. It's gantry position plus or minus that, but we can just set it straight to it. And now the Wentz is in the right spot. So it will start out when you place it down where we want it. Nice. And it's based on the rotation of the machine. Faces away from you except for there, which is weird. So when it's facing east, it's to the left. Let's see if that's correct, because that seems off. So just going stone. Where's it gonna pick up from? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Okay, so that's to the north. What's it do? Yeah, that should be off to the left still. I'm okay with that. One of them is definitely wrong. I want to say it's the one to the east. So let's figure out what's up with that then. Get pickup location. The east is 90D, which is the same as north. So that can't be right. So it needs to be 0. Wow, we had that wrong this whole time. See, as I'm refining it, I'm picking up on what's incorrect, because before I couldn't see it. The north is that way. East is that way. There we go. Now it's working. So the claw is always opposite of where you're placing it. Its build area is always to the left, right? So if I do it to the F3 back up there, please. To the north, it's going to build to the left and in front. Okay, so now if I place it to the east, it should do the same. In front and to the left. Perfect. Now if I do it to the south, front to the left. Perfect. And that's back where we started, which I think we already tested, but I'm going to test it again. No, I didn't test that one. I tested that one. Cool. So this makes it very simple, straightforward to just pick where this thing is going to go. So if I want to build my structure right there, I place the tower crane here, and I face this direction. I go into my blueprints, I say odd shapes, sure, I don't know what odd shapes is. And it's going to start placing it. Perfect. The close edge of it will be right here. Need more sense stuff. Need some grass, really? Oak saplings. Really, an oak sapling? Like, saplings. What the heck was I thinking? Glass pane. Iron bars. There's a way to set the position of the crane if you want to make an aesthetic construction build site. Well, not 100% sure I know what you mean. I mean, you can just place the tower crane down and it'll just sit there. And an ender chest, because, you know, I was thinking outside the box, huh? You love dinosaurs? Hello, Julie. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? Be honest. Just watch this thing. Oh, the dinosaurs at the bottom of the screen. Duh. I completely forgot I had those. Let's see. Nukes, you need to beat Eagle in the number of gold that he has. I think he is in the leaderboard. Is in the top of the leaderboard, actually. So TechStackLP listed there is probably the TechStack. And that's me from this one. Never mind. I'm not sure how I beat Eagle. Uh-oh, what's going on with this? Oh, it needs another oak sapling. Ah, it's not liking those oak saplings because there's more than one? Dark oak sapling, I bet. So that's a bug. It doesn't take into account the metadata on the items. So a dark oak sapling is 5, but oak sapling is 0. So that's why it said it needed oak sapling, not the dark oak sapling. We need to consider the metadata on it. Wait, Julie, are you from a long time ago on the stream? Like last year? Very confused. Did you know someone else I used to stream with, is what I'm getting at. I'm a jerk? Okay then. Missed a few storms and couldn't make it back up. You missed a few storms, what? Stars, you mean? I don't remember collecting any stars though, Eagle. Okay, so this all builds correctly. Which is this? Which these presents I'm receiving? Oh. What? Getting magical items appearing in my messages. Are those the same? That is a pretty cool looking wrench compared to the wrench I had before. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! The wrench moves! I didn't notice it till I closed them out and cycled between them. Wait, those are the two the same. There's that one. So if I do... I don't have a crowbar item, but I do have this ugly wrench that we could replace with that wrench. Is that a... Gosh, how can... It's so blurry in the browser. Is it a 16 by 16 pixel? Can I inspect that somehow? Let's see. Can't see the image itself, can I? Cool. Thank you. Okay, so that requires me to do one important thing, which is to first do this and mark up what we've got so far. Tower crane. Start in position. Set for wench. I want to get this committed as a separate thing. Okay, now. Yes, Julie. Tech, if you want to replace that wrench and crowbar, if you decide to do that box thing. Gotcha. Maybe the crowbars. No, that would make sense. I was gonna say maybe the crowbars for the tool we get from the other dimension, but it won't work. So let's try and get this wrench in here because that is very cool. I have no idea how I'm gonna make it animate like that though. That's the thing. Oh, that'd be so. That'd be so cool if, like, I don't know, you shift clicked with it in air or something and it changed the mode and it changed the texture. My voice sounds like Proton John. I have no idea who that is. Promise it is not me. And maybe their voice sounds like mine. You ever think it that way? Your boyfriend. Okay. Build mode and break mode on the wrench, maybe. Well, right now the wrench's function is to rotate the items I already have in the mod, like the conveyors. So let's see here. Properties. Open this. That will open that location on my computer so that we can go into that location. And I did do a separate commit, right? Yep. Cool. So here is all of the items. If I take the wrench, which wrench do we want, guys? For the default one-use version that I have now, do we want the one that's closed or the one that's open? I'm thinking maybe the one that's open. And we need to paste it in here somehow. And we'll say wrench old. And name this one wrench. I did both because I didn't know which was better. I actually came up with animation idea. Oh. I think there's definitely a possible use for both. That's why I was saying it. I just don't know how to work it in yet. So let's first tell Eclipse that, hey, this file chains, because it's smart like that. And let's get my toolbar back up here and let's put the wrench in my hand. that in my hand. And let's do F3T, and in theory, it should just pick up the change. Once it finishes loading, it takes a second for it to load. Boom. Oh, look at that. Nuke, that does not fit with my look of my mod. It's too good. I am married, Julie. I have no recollection of who you are. I'm sorry. So many good-looking things. Yeah, I know a troll when I see one. I should have just done this before, but here. We need to like make the item bump up and down or something so it looks like it's being used, but that's for another time. Yeah, I definitely like it, Mike. Or Nukes. I knew I was gonna do it again. What's the recipe for? Oh, you had to ask that question, didn't you? Because the recipe's not gonna match the visuals of it anymore. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Let me get a crafting table on. Pretty sure it's like a Y shape because that's how the thing was before, right? I need iron, not wrench. I think it's like that. No, it must be like this one. Do we change it to... Change it to that? It'd be one extra iron, which I'm fine with. It's not a expensive thing to begin with. It's not hard to change recipes. I so like that better than what I did. I still don't get how you do that, to be honest. Like, how do you make something look that much like a wrench with only 16 pixels? Oh, the wrench, it's used to do this right now. Rotate the blocks so that they are facing different directions. We could switch it to steel. We could switch it to steel and iron, right? Look up a reference. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying for when you're doing it. But even then, like, there's just... I know what a wrench... Hey, Fire. I know what a wrench looks like. But my brain couldn't have done that. Fire, I know you're not watching the stream, but you just... No, you can't see it.
I am watching the stream.
Okay, look at that wrench. That's so much better than my old wrench.
So, I mean, just
what?
bask in its glory.
I am. I have been for like 5 minutes. I'm in awe of the wrench. A 16 by 16 pixel wrench. Can you believe I made that?
Good job.
I didn't make that. Come on, you know better than that. So, over 9,000 nukes in the chat made that. Actually, I want to see from this perspective, how does it look? That's not bad at all. Thank you. So there might be other uses I put in the mod for the wrench, but that's the main one right now, right? Lots of people have told me that I need to give the machines something similar to a health system, right? They break down over time. That's another possible use for it, right? You go up, you whack the machine with the wrench. If you were interested in doing tools, we also have the hammer that looks kind of like a shovel almost. Not that you have to, though. But that's my hammer for my mod for when you beat on the assembly table. So, Fiery, I know you didn't see the other one, but...
I just turned the stream off because I was going to go into Minecraft.
That's fine. We also have a crowbar now. That looks awesome.
Cool.
It does look like Thor hammers right now. So something like a ball peen hammer almost, or a forge hammer. Sorry, Fire, go ahead.
If you were like looking for a reason for that crowbar, instant peel up of railroad track, or well, yeah, train track.
So the idea that was thrown out is several people have suggested in the past making multi-blocks to make the machines. I think you might have even said it at one time.
Yeah, I have. I guarantee I have.
And the idea that has sold me on it a little bit more tonight was put down crate blocks, right? And those, maybe like a crate for a specific machine. And you place those in the world, and you take the crowbar and you break the crate open, and the machine spawns.
That'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool. It'd be very cool. Oh,
all right. Let's see if the dragon is still doing buzzes by my house.
It is simple. I'll say, like, to me at least, once you have the item in your hand, just clicking it on the ground is simple, right? From the standpoint of being able to understand it. I think if they had to build 6 crates, they might not get that, or how many, without a tooltip on the machine. Don't like a mystery machine. What are you talking about, Eagle? Maybe I missed something. Maybe I said something and forgot I said it. That's probably most likely. Oh, man. Okay, so we're making lots of good progress tonight. First off, I need to do a commit for this awesome wrench. Before I forget. New wrench. Art. NCH. Like a mystery machine. Oh, like when you're placing down the crates? I get what you're saying. Thank you. Over. For 9,000 nukes. This will show up my GitHub. I thought about putting a link to your Below the Stones website, but I don't think you actually have one up yet, so. You should have a website up. Not yet, yeah, I know. Can you tell I push you on your whole marketing stuff all the time? I'm trying to get you to have an elevator pitch, to have a website, to going to the game dev conference, to some stuff on the Kickstarter. like, I think your game can take off, but you need people to know it's there. I think that's going to be your struggle until you get people to know it's there. What do you mean, what about Discord? What are you talking about, Eagle? You're totally losing me, man. What needs another ender chest? I'm not... Like, there's some polish we need to do to this tower crane, but... What's the big items we need to do still? Oh, wait! Okay, we gotta fix this bug. Let's see if we can fix this bug. Did push that, right? So that bug is... It's not properly showing the item. So... The name of the item. It's checking for the item, but it's not showing the name correct. So... In this utility, block blueprint. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I really should have done that. Here, let's do this. Can't invite us. I can't create my own invite? Probably not, can I? It's not my server. Or send a server invite link to a friend. An invite inspires in one day. So here you go, everybody. If you want to see a cool game that's in the works, your Twitter link. Like, I know you get distracted by the streams. That was a good way for you to get some word out, at least initially, right? Be another good way for you to get word out too. Do some more streaming. Even if you were just like had a thing going across the top that says "can't talk," working on my game or whatever, right? And then you can kind of get away with ignoring chat, and just people will come across it and find your game while you're doing the art, and people will just sit there and watch you doing art all day long, especially like the stuff you do. So where are we getting this name? Get next block needed. There we go. So this is not taking into consideration the metadata on the item. So we're getting the pick block, setting the item to that. Yeah, we're only getting the item, so we need to then take all of this. Get metadata and say item dot set meta. Really? Get metadata, really? Can't set it? It's probably called damage, isn't it? Damage. Wait a minute, what the heck? Why does this not work? Get pick block returns an item. Stack. What are we doing on the other list? Get missing blocks. We're doing the same, aren't we? Okay, so on the tile entity tower crane, well, we're going to check to see if we have it in its inventory. Drain blocks probably where that gets called. Contains block, there we go. We're checking the items metadata. So we're getting the item in the item block. get item is the same as get block. But we're not setting it here, so that's the problem. It is metadata. How the heck do we set metadata on an item? I thought I've done that before. Get next block needed. Item. Get metadata. Get into this. This is the item's damage it's setting. Or returning, sorry. We can get the damage. There it gets set damage then. Set damage. There we go. Why does it need an item stack? Wait a minute. This is an item, not an item stack. Get pick block returns an item stack. We're saying get item on it. So let's get that whole item stack instead. There we go. Okay. And that should be enough. You just return item then. Which is not what I typed. Item. Well, continue. Now you should run this. Now you should run this fine. Or crash horribly. Run it again, see if it was just because of the way I was making changes to it on the fly, or if it was because something actually crashed. So guys, today was the day, right? Today was the Area 51 raid thing. I seen some pictures on Reddit of people standing around, but that was about all I seen. Did anybody else see anything? Like, was there 1,000 people running at the base? Or anything? Did they get arrested? What happened?
I didn't see anything.
Only 20 or 40 people showed up? Wow. Awesome, it thinks it's air next. Makes sense, because it's... odd shapes is what it picked. Sandstone's next. Say 100. Okay. 100 people? That's probably in line with what I thought, of people that would actually show up. But even then, like, I kind of expected a few extra people to show up just to watch whatever would happen, but wouldn't actually try anything. That was my thought of what would happen. Nobody would actually try it, or the majority of people that show up wouldn't try it. But somebody's crazy enough to actually try it, right? It's gonna take a minute for it to get to the sapling. It's not saying that it needs saplings, but that's because we didn't update the other code either. Pick says 40? Okay. Huh. That's kind of disappointing. But let's... Wasn't there like 1 million people that signed up for it on Facebook or something stupid? I get that they all realized it was a joke. But that's not even 1%. Or 0.5%. save. On. Wait, we went 40 divided by a million. Yeah, exactly. That'd be that, yep. 0.004% showed up. And this week, the Navy admitted that those videos that were released a while ago are real and that they are showing them chasing down unidentified flying phenomenons is what they called it. They didn't come out and give it the O. They gave it the P instead, so that nobody could say the Navy said UFOs are real. It was clever on their part to word it that way. There it goes, Dark Oak Sapling. So now I need to do the same for the Get Missing blocks. Ooh, what's this? Oh, we have a hammer. That'll be the next thing we do. We're going to take this hammer and put it in. See how it looks in game. This is so zoomed in to be able to see it at all. Thank you, Nukes. Getting the item stack from here. We're getting it as an item, but we can just get the whole item stack. Right, and then not get the item portion of it. And that gets us the ability to do this. So saying new item stack, we just say item. If item equals item, the item dot get item, that fixes that piece. But this is gonna screw this up, isn't it, potentially? Maybe not. I think it might be okay. If the counts are off, I'll understand why. It says it needs 1 dark oak sampling. Nice. It's not running still, or what? Why is it not letting me shift click stuff? Oh, and this looks like it's working. So let's break and place it. And select that blueprint. Odd shapes. Dark oak sapling 1, sandstone block. I think we're good. Let's put the word missing in there. Let's see, we gotta go back to the right thing. Come on, click it. GUI. Yeah, I figured that out finally. Took me a minute, didn't it? We'll go to tower crane here. And where we're looping through these items, we need to go above by 10 and say something. So we need to say missing items, missing blocks, and that's all we'll say there. And we'll say -10 here, and it says missing blocks there like that. Now it'd be nice if we could get that in a slightly different color or something to use it kind of like a header. What's that last numeric value? It is a color, so let's try and manipulate that color. Color is an integer. It is an integer there. Render string. So it is doing something with the values. It's ORing it with that value. Cool. The bit shifting it for red, green, and blue, and alpha. So it could be transparent even. Looks like Green is the first few bits. Okay, so it goes red, blue, green. So it was alpha, red, green, green, in that order. And each one's ended with 256 or 255 then for that portion of it. Okay. And divide it by 255. So it gets a value between. Okay, so that's just to put it into the OpenGL1 scale, basically. So, math. We wanted a darker color than this grayish color. We would want it at 255, 255, 255. Bit shifted. I don't know if you can bit shift in this or not. No, don't see it. Yeah. Well, what is 255? Let's do it that way. That'll work. So if I do standard, say 255, go to programmer, and look at that in binary. Really? 255 in binary is all ones for the first 8 bits. So then all 255, 255, 255 would be 8 bits plus 8 bits plus 8 bits. So that's 2 of them. That's 3 of them. That's 3 of them. That should be it then. So that value, that seems too high. But maybe this is doing it too. I don't know. We'll try that value. Boop, boop, boop. 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 Go back to the GUI somewhere, please. Oh yes, hammer time. I haven't forgot about the hammer. I'm building suspense. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. Where the heck did it even go? Yeah. That's why I never mess with these color values, because I don't quite get why they do what they do with these other values. 80. Getting more blue. Red, green, and blue. Let's increase the red a little bit. So 3. Nah, it didn't do what I thought it would do. Cool. Okay, we can fiddle with the color in a minute. Oh, well, see, it was good that I didn't put it in yet. I was just gonna put it in. I want some way for this to stand out more. Like we could insert it some, but that's gonna look silly. We could insert these. Let's do that. Let's move these over just like 5 pixels or something. So their X needs to be like +5. Perfect. Now it stands out. We'll do the same for the sandstone item up at the top. This will say +5. It's not ideal because like that means they take up a little bit more room. Okay, new hammer, inbound. To be honest, I don't know if I can tell a difference. At least not in the browser, right? It's not enough detail here. I don't get why Chrome's so crappy at showing pixel art. If I took that in Photoshop and zoomed in, it'd be fine. But let's put it in here. Hammer. Old Thor. Blop. It's called Hammer Time. Wait, what? Can you please make the hammer bigger? I can't see it. That is as big as Chrome will let it go. It's only 16 pixels, man. You gotta get it in game. Knock knock. Trash cleaning. Okay, refresh. And so we've got the hammer in the hand. Convert from Thor, please. That is the wrong button. Oh yeah. Copyrights weren't a thing. We could play Hammer Time. Cool. Looks like a hammer to me. Where's the summit tip? Oh yeah, we have to put a stupid blueprint in and then. Wait, what? How can I not hammer on it? What? Too small what? I don't know. Is it too small? What do you guys think? I guess, you know, looking at it in this spot, it could take up some more room, but it doesn't look too small in my hand. I don't know why I'm Alex now. Why does that assembly table have full work on it? No sense. Don't let me assemble it, then it lets me assemble it. Oh, wait, I'm missing stuff. Furnace. And then a turbo. Okay, and then I should be able to... Still missing steel. These increase the size, literally just make the handle larger. Oh, true. It'd probably put it up more in our face too when we're holding it if it was handle was larger. Oh my gosh, why can't I get this? It may not be a bad idea just to make it build the whole thing. I don't know. Unless it looks misproportioned then, you think? There we go. There's a hammer sound. For my block that looks weird. Okay, so let's do this. Let's first... I'm gonna take the hammer changes out of this commit so we can get this commit in. List, fix, bug, misproportion. Okay. Yeah, I have no problem with it. It looks better than the hammer I had. The hammer I had looked like... Well, I think it was Eagle who said it. The Thor's hammer. Molnia. Fix bug with metadata not considered in the missing items or TC GUI. Bloop, bloop. Okay, now I can commit these. Hammer. Twitter. I have to look up your Twitter every time. Because it's not the name I would think it would be. At Below the Stone Dev. See, I even said it. I said Below the Stone Dev, but it's Below the Stone. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Love that we're getting good textures for things. It just fits. Right, so like if we compare, those all fit together. They're all in the same pixel sizes, right? Versus this. Like, I know what I did wrong. I was ambitious and I was like, I'll make it look really good. Doesn't fit the game because of it. It's like out of place. I mean, look how jagged the edges are because there's too many edges. Oops. There, that's what I do. It just looks wrong. That's not a bad idea, actually. It would be a better shape, I guess. Like, I may not want it to, well, yeah, it just makes sense. I might need to change colors, of course. Or somehow differentiate between the two. Or flip it over even, right? Flip it over, make it rounded top, flat bottom, blah, blah, blah. But the important part is the scale of it. I'm almost certain I did 32 or 64 by 64 pixels on those, and that's why it's a jarring change. Like this, like that looks okay to me. That looks like something to be in Minecraft. Like by the time I got to making those items, I was with like, I got the fact that it was stupid for me to use those higher resolutions. It just didn't fit. Okay, back to the talker. Get on the nose. You're angry? You're not winning your game? 39 kills, dang. What, they kick you for cheating or something? You're too good? Aw. That stinks, man. Okay, so next we need to take, there's two things early. Blah. You lost. Ouch. With 39 kills, you lost. Does your back hurt from carrying your team? You play another redemption, okay. I want to eventually get to the point where this thing spits out the item out of something. Like the block comes out on a conveyor looking type thing or something like that, right? And comes here. Had 39 top fraggers that had like 19. Oh, I had 39. Second I had top fragger at 19. Gotcha. Yeah, you were almost double your team then. double your highest touch team, which means you would double 2 people. As much as 2 people. How about conveyor belt tops? I thought about that, but then also after I said that, like if we put like a piston arm type thing, shoving it out, that'd be cool. Hi, it's Cookies. But next, before I do that, that's a polish thing. Let's get the basics down. So the basic we want to get is, right now, if I were to say build this odd shapes and gave it all the stuff it wanted, say sandstone, it's going to start displacing it even though there's a block already here. Hey, Tristan. Uh-oh. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what it could be. Yeah, if I didn't like the background music, I'd be insane by now. I've got a nice service that lets me use music on YouTube, so. So we need to figure out, is the block already there, or is something there before we go to that block? So we're working on this tower crane, right? It's a thing to make builds in Minecraft, basically. Give it grass here. Keep going. If I break these, you'll see what it's actually doing. Right now, it's not checking to see if it's there, so it's just overwriting what's there, basically. So it picks up the block, places it in the world, goes gets the next one. So I have mods. I'm making this mod. So that's what all this is about. This is how that tower crane is working. Let's see. Where are we going to do that check to see if the block's already there? This is a mode or hack. You're asking if it's a mod or a hack? It's a mod. The Forge mod. So you need the Forge mod loader to use it. Okay, so in here in our update, we can pick up the block. We don't want to rotate to the location though. We should stop at 3 if there's a block there, I think. 3 or 2. People say I'm underrated if you can check my recent videos because the video took me so long. I'll open your channel for later. I can't really watch stuff while I'm streaming, you know? Lunch lowering. You definitely don't want to get to state 4. So we need to, at state 3, do a check before going to state 4. So here. Okay, so we can say if state equals 3 and and whatever our target position is. So where is our target position? Like where we place the block kind of thing. Drain block set at where we place it in here. Set block for state, we're getting the current block place. Current Y. Really? Where we calculate in placing position. There. Okay, man. So we can say this and this to get our X and our Z. Let's do that. So we want to say temp X int temp X X I say equals this temp Z be the same. Set block the target for state. Yeah, okay. So make sure we didn't reverse the X and Z's there. Okay, and then int temp Y equals current Y. And then we can say this dot world dot get block state for a block position, so new block position, and that block position is going to be temp X, temp Y, temp Z. And nukes, I need to grab those, the crowbar, and put that in the files also, so I have it for later. So, oh, I see. No, I got them. I just need to save it, so I'm saying. I've got the hammer and the wrench. Wait, I've only got one of the wrenches, don't I? Wrench is it? You extra large. It's still tiny. Okay. Open. I need to know if it's the open one or the closed one. I think we did the open one. Yeah, the open one. Okay. So I think this is the closed one. And wrench 2 works for me for that name. And then the crowbar. There we go. And thank you again for those. That's awesome, man. I feel that we're erring because of that. Is that true? No, I get it now. We're not finishing off. It would be cool setting up those crates and hearing the box being broken sound, open sound effect when you whack it with the wrench. Right, and I'll have to figure out how to do that. I don't think anywhere... At one time, I was making it play a sound when you were in one of the machines, and for some reason it broke a while back, and I never went back and fixed it. Need to do that. Is air. Dot. Sure you're not. Lock. Get. Lock. Type. Oh, what the heck? Why is it so freaking hard to find the right method in Minecraft? Get block. That's a tile entity. Get block state. Yeah, so that should return that. It does. That's a new block position. So there we go. Is air. And if we look at is air, does it use the state? It does use the state, but not this or this. So why do you make me pass them, Minecraft? Makes no sense at all. We're gonna pass null and null. And we're going to do this. Oh, block position doesn't take integers? What the heck? It does too. Add arguments to match x. Well, oh, extra comma. The method get blocked is undefined. Get block state. Change to get block. Now what are you complaining about? Okay. An extra one? Is that what's wrong? No. Okay, now we're good. And then we're gonna go in here and we're gonna say or state is not equal 3. So if it's state 3 and it's air, it's going to go to the next state and try and move the tower crane even more. Or if it's not state 3, it's going to go on to the next state, just like it normally would. Let's try it out. I also need to kill another wither Eagle, you still out there? You gone for the night? There we go. Let's make sure it works like normal. Okay, it is sitting there waiting, which is kind of what we want, but there's nothing there. Okay, you are still there. That should be air. Let's first do this. Okay, it's definitely not getting that piece of code. Oh, yeah, running. Glitch. And our state is 3. Our temp X is what? Is 6. Ah, okay. So... Gotcha. So we need to add in the world position of the tower crane itself. Right? So if we do a call hierarchy on this, we'll see that we're calling it down here and setting in the placing position, but placing position's not actually, it's a relative position. It's not the actual spot. Yeah, so it's saying position this dot add. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Not quite ready for it yet, but I think soon. Like, let's kill the wither, let's go to that dimension, let's show it off. Why wait till tomorrow? I kind of want to get the current thing I'm working on finished first. That's why I say not yet, but I think I'm close. So we don't even need to create a new block position anymore. We need to go block position dot add like that instead. And the same over here. Oh, you're not on your PC. Okay, that's fine. That's why I was asking if you were around and stuff. Okay, so now it's gonna place. Okay, so let's put one down. Let's put a different block down. And it's gonna wait. Perfect. You're flat. Did I say something stupid? I just don't remember. Probably did, didn't I? I'm missing the joke because I don't remember what I said. This is what I want. So what this means is you don't have to have the entire area clear for the tower crane to work. In fact, if we were to scan... Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so get the hollow scanner. Hollow. Ooh. Hollow scanner. Okay. Now if we do bigger area, bigger area, bigger area, and we build something like this, right? That's every other block. I guess we could. No, we don't want to do it that way. Pull in the front and the up. Pull in the front one more. Okay, let's scan this. Every other. Save. Go to the tower crane. Oh, we don't have it down anymore. Tower crane. And I can predict where this is going to place, so I can place it as close as I want. Because if I place it here, it's going to start building there. And it should go every other one. So it's going to try and place one here, not there, so we can go like this. And then this row could be filled in. And then we could do this, right? And now if we come in here and say every other and give it the sandstone it needs, it's going to place them down. And it's not... What the heck? Oh, I did it. This is a perspective thing. I couldn't see it actually placed it right. Because of the colors. It's not going to care that the furnaces are already there. So that means you can overlay 2 different patterns or 3 different patterns or 4 different patterns or whatever on top of each other with this blueprint system if you needed to. In fact, we can do that with this, right? So we just proved that this works, right? So what if, and this is just testing at this point, right? Let's place down 2 of these. Give them both every other, but because they're offset by 1, they shouldn't overlap with each other and shouldn't interfere at all. It should just build basically a wall, 2 walls for us. And that is how you double up your speed on these things. You just need to separate your constructions, is all. So if we did every 3rd block, we could set a 3rd tower crane down and it'd build it, 3 times as fast, essentially. Now they're both waiting there. I'm not sure why. Oh, because they've restarted. So that's the next thing. When it finishes, it needs to shut down and not try and build that blueprint anymore. And I'm not sure how to do that right now. We'll get there. That'll make them build skyscrapers a lot easier. What's the height limit of the crane, by the way? So the scanned in area that you can do with this hollow scanner to make the blueprints is a 32 by 32 by 32 area. So that's how tall of an area you can scan. And that's how tall of an area you can build in. So one thing I will need for this, so what I would like to do when we release this is, if I can figure out how to include them as part of the mod, include some blueprints as part of the mod. If I can't figure out how to include them as part of the mod, I'd like to upload them as a separate file to CurseForge that are blueprint packs, basically. And you just put them in the right location, and then it adds the blueprints to your game. So if somebody has some cool builds that they've done themselves that they'd like included in the mod, get on the server, build them. And that's the easiest way for me to get them, right? So that I can scan them in. The tower crane is getting super close, guys. There's not a lot left, I think, that needs to be done from a functionality standpoint. There's some stuff from a visual nice to haves, like showing the blocks it's going to pick up next. It's going to be a pain in the butt for me, so I'm putting it off. I know I'm probably going to need another inventory slots because you need to know what it is on the client, and I just don't want to do that. I know it's going to be several pieces of changes, fundamental changes to the tower crane. I also have to get in and monkey with the model, which I don't want to do too, because it looks so good right now. I don't want to screw it up. Okay, let's give this tower crane a name. I just seen the item doesn't have a name on it. So, in the localization, English, it's tile something. Tile machine mod. We copy that line and put it here, and it is what? Machine tower crane. Machine tower crane. Let's say tower crane. Save. F3T. I believe that will reload the localization. While that is working, we will prepare a commit. First, we'll get these item images up. For images from over 9,000. Oops. Okay, and then we will do these. Tower crane item name. Back, let's just do this. And this, it was to do what? Check for item or block before placing what? Block in power crane. Okay. It does say tower crane now. Awesome. That hollow scanner. Oh, we need a texture for that thing, don't we? Not super happy with that model because it was thrown together in like 5 minutes. Should we have a button that starts this thing, right? So the blueprint screen might be select what blueprint you want. Right now it tries to start as well. Should we separate that off to its own button? And what I'm thinking is when it's got a blueprint selected but it's not running, it could do what we had before. What equals 16 by 16 by 16 what? What's that about? Yeah, 32 by 32 is the size. I'm not sure, you might be like way behind on the stream, bud. I said that like 20 minutes ago. So when we're down, where is it? This render blueprint is set to false. If we were to set this to true, I don't know if it's going to reset here. Looks like it's not. Let's restart the game. So this render blueprint was set up to show a transparent blue image of the blocks it's going to try and place. So we could show that so that you can see what the blueprint looks like before you start it if we have that button. So the question is, should we do that? And then that blueprint image of what's trying to be built can disappear once you start it. You've already selected at that point. It gives you a way of seeing what the blueprint will be before you try and build it. You already have the ability to say, hey, what are the items, right? And that sucker is in the wrong freaking position. Need to fix that. You should start like that with that out there, and it didn't. So blueprint, this. Cool. We've broken how it renders, but that's the concept. Right, so it's showing that 3x3x3. Let's go to something different. Odd shapes. So there's the odd shape stuff. I have no idea why those are showing green like that. That's cool. Grass, I guess. Clearly this is gonna have some bugs in it. One lever. There's a lever being rendered. Big TS. So they've got bugs, right? Like, they look funny. Trap. Lots of trap doors. What do you guys think? Should we be rendering this? And I can fix the location of it. That's just code. That's no big deal. Math. I don't think it's having the same bug as what it did before. Yeah, it's in line still. No, it's not. Wait a minute. Okay, it is fixed. I thought I figured that bug out. Anyone? It's easy, yes, that at least gives you a reference. Okay. So, like, rendering it, you know, we've got that part figured out. I'm gonna have these kind of bugs where you can see the extra faces in there. I don't know how to fix that. It might be possible, but at the same time, I don't know if it's worth it. And then, you know, the position should be fairly simple to sort out. I need to shift it this way. I need to pull it down, blah, blah, blah. That's no big deal. To do the button, though, I've got to add another packet handler piece of code. Like, it's not another packet handler. And I need to, on this handler, when it clicks the button, load up the blueprint, send it back, but not actually start working on building it, right? We need to keep it from running still. So we need to separate this button press from the actual running of the tower crane. So let's take a look at that first, see how we might be able to separate that out, and if that's going to be difficult, because the tower crane's code get around loading the files is getting very complex at this point. So we need to actually go into the settings, action performed, and we're saying send to server this odd blueprint selection to server. Okay, so then we need to go into the handler for that, and that triggers all of this code, and that is setting the running. So we're setting the file name and setting running. We could separate that out into a separate button click then. I think we have a GUI button click, Palanity GUI button click to server. There we go. And I think we just have to call some specific code GUI button handler. So this needs a GUI button handler on the tower crane. I'm just gonna do this, guys. We can do this. It can be achieved. Tile entity tower crane. There we go. Is it already a tile entity GUI button handler? It is not, but it shall be. Okay, and we need to import that, and then that's going to give us an error here. I'm going to implement those methods. Our tower crane, right? Yep. And that newly implemented method is going to be permanent, yes, because this is going to be crashing all over the place. Down here, and it's button ID. Okay, so we're going to get the button ID from the. What's it here? Tinkerbell. Okay. In here we need to, not there. In here we need to add a button. And right now we've only got the button for the settings. Okay. So if we did crane button start, that'll be button ID 2. And we will go down here and we will say if button ID equals reference dot that, then we can say what? We need to start it like the current message is doing when the blueprint is selected. So we need to do this code, set running true. Okay, and then back on that code, wherever it just was, we're not going to do that. And we also need this check, I guess. If it is running, it's not running. And we will do set running. Okay. And the button handler. Don't need to do anything down here to this GUI tile entity blah 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 button thingy. It'll just pass in this. This sets it to running. Where is the right message? There it is. I want to get this message type because we're going to create this. So we're going to do a call hierarchy here so we can create the right thing. So we're going to do the assembly tables message. And we're going to go into our tower crane down here. And it's action something performed there. Well, we're looking right at it. So if else if button.id equals reference GUI power crane button start, then we will do that kind of message to this dot. We have a reference to the tower crane. We do. Do you save the crowbar in the assets? I might delete it off my PC. Yeah, I believe I did. Let me make sure. Wrench. Yeah, it's right there. And it's not showing up in my GitHub as something I haven't saved, so it's also backed up onto GitHub. So we're good. Thank you. So say that dot get not position, get position dot get x I'm surprised you deleted it all, to be honest. Right, you don't want to keep all that stuff for reference. Or like a portfolio or something, right? And I know it's just a 16 by 16 pixel thing, right? Can't take up too much space. Okay, so that means when we click the button, which we don't have actually being generated yet, so that'd be cool to do. So let's do that. Say start, and we'll move it to the right a bit by moving it over 100. Probably way too much, but we'll fix that. Need to get the translations opened. First copy this. GUI. Tower crane settings, blueprint, start equals start. I need to also do localizations for these other bits, but haven't been. Let's do it. So let's, I got another thing here, so let's gonna copy and paste things around for a second so that I can quickly save these texts that I've put in here. Missing block. Next item. Okay, and then this no longer is needed. That is debug stuff. Yep, gotta get them points. Okay, GUI tower crane next item. Actually, I need to modify this a little bit. I don't believe it takes uppercase, and if it does, I don't care, and I don't want it to take uppercase. Just to avoid a problem. And then this shall say next item. This shall say missing block. Like so. Go back to the GUI tower crane. And make these lowercase. There, we have localization support. Oh. Maybe you should just tell them to all stay in spawn and work together. Defend each other. There you go, murder everyone. So we've got a button added. The button is actually technically hooked up, right? Yeah, the button's hooked up to send the message. The message will cause the tower crane to do its thing. It's solo queue. I didn't expect. Oh, okay, yeah. Randos are always fun. In any game, doesn't matter what the game is. Tower crane. Okay, so now on the tower crane, we've got a reference to the tower crane, right? Somewhere? We do. So we can say, and this, oh gosh. Do we have it defined if it's a tower crane or not? Somewhere, please. Nope, not yet. So we'll do this. We will still use this render blueprint. We will say if that, let me do this, if instance of, instance of is a type tile entity tower crane, and then it automatically casts it for us. Gotta remember to do that, because that's a lot of typing to get it to cast this thing to this thing when it can just automatically type it all for us. So PC, and we're just gonna say render blueprint equals PC dot is running, and there's our downfall. Maybe. Possibly. Let's also set this to false by default so we don't render anything if we don't have it. We actually want to set this to not is running, so if is running is false, then we render it true, assuming there's a blueprint to render. I don't know if it's checked for blueprints or not in here. Yeah, blueprint array is null. Okay, so my downfall could be this. Are we passing running to the client? Please tell me yes. Link Belt King, welcome to the Discord. Don't know how long ago you joined. Oh, just now. Okay. Thought I missed it for some reason. Please send this to the client. Please send this to the client. We are not sending this to the client. Hey, Big Guns. Why are we not sending this to the client? Well, we can set it on the client that it's running. Where is set running getting called? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Big Guns, you been here before? It must have been a really long time, man. Did you have the same name? We're setting it there, and we're setting it on the client to false. Ah, okay. Yeah, exactly. The profile picture. I'm trying to see it, but it's so small. It's hard to see. I'm streaming. Let me look at your channel. Maybe that'll give me a bigger picture. Oh, it's an excavator. Oh, it's a new pick? Okay. We've got to send this information to the client when it's updated. Dang. Wait. Setting the running to false, though. Yeah, Lake is a old streamer, or old viewer of the stream, I should say. Okay, and streamer. But who? What'd you used to go by? You're toying with us. It really only needs to be sent when it's changed, right, guys? Someone clicks the button. That only works for the person doing it, too. So if you and I are both near the tower crane and you clicked the button, my client would know you clicked the button because the server didn't tell it. Oh, you can't remember your old name? Okay. Never mind then, that's fine. Well, welcome back, either way. I've been added to a Snapchat thing. Living hell. Uh-oh. Man, that's annoying that the server does not call the client. Okay. Already integer field changed. Ooh, could we do that? Could we use that packet? Maybe? Maybe? Have a special one for the tower crane, I guess? Does it take a tile? It takes an I inventory. What the heck? Why did it take an I inventory? Oh, it's using set field. We could do that. We could do that, right, guys? We could do that. Maybe. We'll just trick it. We'll pass a 1 or a 0. And translate that into the... I just don't want to create another packet, because it's such a pain in the butt. There's like 12 places to go update it. And this is straightforward. We just use the set field, and it has to be an I inventory, which we are an I inventory, so it'll work. I've been to the streams this whole time. Just been looking the 2 comps I played. Cool. That's fine if you're not after these awesome stars. I mean, look at them all. Okay, so let's work into getting this the way we're gonna do this. So we're gonna cheat severely. Oops. Eagle with like instant jump into one again. What the heck, man? I know I put a lot of them down, but hacks. Okay, so we've got a fuel storage. We've got fuel set up on this thing? We're not even checking to see if it has fuel or anything. Oh my gosh, the jumping. It is real. Okay, so let's say case 1. This, we will take the value. Wait, we're setting a field, so we'll say if value equals 0, set running to false. Else value equals 1, set running to true. else if, okay. Set running false. And then true. So 0 is false, 1 is true. It's ID 1. Okay, and then going back to the packet thingy that we found. You should set it to slow mode so you can only jump so often. Yeah, normally it's not an issue. I just released too many stars, I think, huh? Or you're jumping for no reason, no. You can also turn off the notification sounds if it gets too annoying. Okay, so then in set running on the server, if this world is my little dude just wants to jump. If you say so, it's true if it's a slave, which is the client, so we'll say not, so we're on the server. Server send packet to clients. Okay, and we need to say send to all around, so find send to. What am I making? I am working on my tower crane in a mod. The tower crane in my mod will build from blueprints that you create. So we got all that. We need to say it is ID 1. Yes, you can see it. I'm almost done with this part, and then we'll show it off. So we need to say this right here. So if, gosh, there's an inline if statement that you can do. It's the question mark, right? So we'll say, dang it, I don't know the field name. Running. Question mark. So if it's true, we will do 1. If not, we'll do 0. And that, these work. Should be that. Oh, it's like your birthday today? Happy birthday. If it is. Okay, so let's start this thing up, see if it works. It may not be. Insert save everything. I don't know what I did there. The render, did we fix the render? I can't remember. Oh, it's not your birthday? Well, still happy birthday. Or whenever it happened and I missed it. Yeah, it's still working. Cool. Almost 15. Cool. Okay, so here we go. Please don't crash. Okay, so this is the tower crane. Let's break it and place it because it's still being bugged at first. Need to get that fixed. I think I know what it is. We're not saving the state. So missing block. Okay, so that's a bug. We need to fix that. We need to fix the position of that. We can do that. But let's say stone. Nah, let's do odd shapes. All right. Okay, and then this is all the blocks that we need. If I put sandstone in there, it's not going to start running. We haven't started it. This is the blueprint of what it's going to build. We need to change its orientation and put it down there and all that. We can do that. But if we hit start, it's going to start actually building it. And it is working, except for the start did not stop this from rendering now. So we need to figure that out. Why did that not happen? So it is tower crane. That message probably never came through. Didn't get handled properly then. So set field. Thank you. It would look a lot better if it wasn't bugged like it is right now, but we'll get there. That's the whole tower crane. And it's waiting on the next block right now because it doesn't have the grass block it needs. You don't have any grass here. There's a lot more to the mod. I will give you a 30-second rundown. So we add machines to the Minecraft, right? You can ride the machines. You can drive them around. You can interact with them. They interact with the world. I can get over here in time. Boom. It is picking up those blocks, putting in its inventory. Those are special blocks. They tumble down a hillside. If I then jump out of this machine, you can see the items in its bucket, its inventory. And go over here and lift the bucket up. Blah. It spits all the items out, right? Just like it would if it were to dump them out. Use that to put it into the dump truck, for example. Wherever that is. Here it is. So if I were to go blah and put a bunch of items in it, it has its own inventory. It is bigger. You drive it around and dump those items out of it. You can see them in the back there as well. Dumped them out. There's blasting. That's how you get that special stone over there. There's drilling rigs to drill and put holes in the stone that you put the explosives in. The blasted stone you can... Gosh, if I can pick this thing up. Blasted stone you can put into a crusher, double your ores, things like that. Thank you, Nukes. You know, what I'm not really fond of right now is the fact that I have to rotate this stuff around. I don't like having to do that stuff. Because I know that was something I did last year, and I don't remember what I did. Yeah, what's up, Blake? I can, and that's actually how it's working. Oh, you mean as a player? No, you can't make it go to a specific spot as a player. At least not right now. Maybe that's something I can add in a future update. But like, the way it's working, when it goes to put this dark oak, for example, I'm calculating the position where that should be, and then it's just slowly moving towards that position. So I can technically make it go wherever I want, but the player can't tell it go to this position, please, unfortunately. Bars, please? Tracks to it. Tracks to what? Oh, the tower crane? No, the tower crane is intended to be a stationary one. Tower cranes don't move in the real world. Yeah, I get what you're going for. The maybe, no guarantees. It may be in like 6 updates from now or 17 million updates from now. Maybe we'll add a crawler crane that can move around in the world, and you can control and ride in and do it yourself. Can you see the excavator? The excavator, yeah. It's a bit of a derp the way you control it though. So there's that. You can build that part of the arm, you can move that part of the arm, and you can move the bucket all independently of each other. But where it breaks blocks is a little bit derped. Somewhere it might be breaking a block. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't even think it breaks these anymore. I think it only breaks dirt. Or something. I don't think it breaks this stone. Or it doesn't even break dirt, I don't know. Yeah, the original crane or excavator I had did have like a end on it that looked like a hammer type device. But the problem with this crane or excavator is it's not quick to use. Like trying to do this kind of movements with it in Minecraft with a keyboard is super slow, right? You're not gonna dig something out with this. Like it looks cool, but it's much faster to get this thing. And dig out that dirt, right? You can just come here and do this. Much easier to control. There's a space button for up and your sprint key. So jump and sprint are the controls. One goes up, one goes down. Or if you were at tier 2 in the mod, you could do the laser miner instead, which is even faster. Because it just goes right through things. Yeah, you can make a tunnel really easy with this thing. So this can basically break any block except for like bedrock. And you can make some speed with this, right? Digging. Because it goes up and down fast enough to just keep moving forward. You don't have to stop. That far I've gone already? Oh, and then there's a bagger, which looks horrible because it was one of the very first things we did. Well, it's a bagger, right? Baggers are freaking awesome and huge. So just take a look at how much of this it's going to eat. One pass, mountainside gone. And it puts all those items on its wheel. So it looks horrible because we never bothered to update that with the new models. Log loader and feller bunchers of skidders. Yeah. There's an abundance of ideas of machines that we could add. A lot of them do basic same things as some of the other ones. So it's hard to find a reason to differentiate and have 2 versions of a machine that does the same thing. Exactly, Eagle. Okay, so how can we put this where we want and get this thing actually rendering when we want? Because it shouldn't be rendering right now. It should be considered itself running. Did we not set running properly somewhere? That's a possibility. What? The semi and the mower? Yeah. So somebody was talking about the mower earlier. I think this one has the newer model. Yeah, that's the new model. Fancy looking. Oh, running. Excuse me. So, where are you used? It is running. Okay, makes sense. Read from MBT. Set running. Okay. And write to MBT. Set running is called by the GUI handler, which would be called on the server side. That calls set running, but true in that case. And that's set field and update. Ah, is it because we're setting it back to false? Wait, so it picks up Clover? We talk about Clover. Are we setting this back to false? Is that the problem? Couldn't be the problem. This file name would be set. If file name is null, or file name equals nothing, and it's running, then we set it to false. Heck, can you send me your pixel art of one of your vehicles? Oh, what do you mean? You talking about the texture on the top of the model? Or the image in the hand, like one of these? The hand, okay. What you want? You want the loader? To me, like, the loader is one of the... Well, the loader and the bulldozer. The bulldozer is awful. If you're gonna redo one, want to redo the bulldozer? That's another one of those ones that's like in an awful... Okay, like... It's like an awful resolution. Have a good night, man. Okay. I will send you whatever you want. Let me find them. I think the bulldozer... Yeah, the bulldozer's even the one on the tab up here, right? So it gets seen twice. Blop. Yeah, it was great for you to be here, man. I love talking to you again about it, right? Showing you what all's changed, man. I'm back again next time. I mean, the one I like. I mean, I can not be in love with all of them, but here's one that's dump truck's probably not too bad, I guess. Even though it doesn't look like the current dump truck. Lop. I have no idea why it's so much smaller. It's 16 by 16. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't do things right. The dump truck's probably 16 by 16, but the bulldozer is probably not. No, it's 64 by 64. I shouldn't have done that. I, in my early days of modding, did not realize that if you make it bigger, it actually looks worse. I was thinking, if I make it look bigger, more pixels means I can put more detail in it and it won't look like crap. Nope, not true. They look more like crap. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to see if things are getting called, because they may not be getting called. So, when we do set running, let's see if this is getting called first. It did not. That's interesting. So did this get called? It didn't? Okay. So that means in the button handler, maybe? So action performed. Is this getting called? It is. Are we sending the right button? We are. Button ID. Okay, so we can run that. So then in the network packet handler for this, is this getting called? No offense, but the high riders desert makes me want to vomit. Agree. I know it's bad. I know it's really bad. That's the part getting called there. And the button handler did get called. So let's step into that. I did not step into that. Some of the items I have, like I was trying to make transparent parts, and it doesn't do well in item form. Okay, let me show you what I mean. So if I throw that one on the ground, it's okay, right? There's no weird transparency. But was it this? Yeah. So like, I'll throw it on the ground and then put it in my hand too. And you can see like this white stuff around here is funny because there's some kind of transparency or half transparent pixels there. Minecraft just doesn't deal with that, right? It might have been the old loader one I'm thinking of too. There was one that was way worse. The riding lawnmower is awful. Hey, Fire.
Hello. The server went down, and I've been sitting here with my mic muted for like 30 minutes. Didn't even realize it.
It's showing something. Oh, top. Okay. Yep, it is down. The logs. I know, Trey. I know. I'm working on it.
Yeah, I'm already on a Trey. It's okay.
CZ was just wondering if you had already set it up on auto reboot or not.
I had not, no.
Is this where you've been the whole time, Fiery?
Uh-huh.
I see where it crashed real
I
quick.
didn't know everybody was in the other room.
Yeah.
Besides, Tech needs somebody to be here with him when he streams. I mean, even if I'm not like actually talking, because I realized I had my mic muted.
So did you answer any of my questions, Fiery?
Yeah, and it really seemed like you were taking like...
I'm just ignoring you.
I'll go tell them you got it.
Yeah, this looks like a legit crash too. Like there's a crash report. This wasn't just the server was overwhelmed by world gen. Let's see if I can figure out what it is yet.
Yeah. Probably Fiery.
It says the watchdog detected a single server tick, took 60 seconds. Or took over 60 seconds. Some mod that has tumbleweed stuff in it, maybe? Entity tumbleweed.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Collide with nearby entities. There's too many tumbleweeds in there, I would guess.
Yeah, I did notice that in the desert, the tumbleweeds like to get caught on buildings and just sit there and collect. I mean, it's cool because you can break the tumbleweeds and get items from them, but yeah, that's gotta be building up.
I know you're here, Eagle. I've been chatting with everybody when Fire was ignoring me, not talking to me. Let me start this there for you guys. If you want to let those guys know that destroy tumbleweed if you can, so it doesn't do that again. Because it might crash right away.
Alright.
Oh, what you send me now, Nukes? What is it? I must look. Why does it look so bad in the Chrome? They look good in Minecraft, but horrible in Chrome because of the scaling. It like puts a soft effect on it. It's stupid that it does that. Gotta get on the Minecraft levels. Big guns. I'll drag you down here, but there's no talking in here unless you've got the right powers. So you can hear me now, but you can't talk. I will turn on voice for you, but it can be easily revoked, okay? What's up? You might have to leave and actually come here. Let's do this. Now you can talk. What's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
What?
Yes, I've been.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello. Gotta adjust
Check.
your volumes. What's up?
If that crash happens again with the tumbleweeds again, just if there's a config for it, turn it off.
Yeah, we'll have to look to see if there is. I've never worked that mod before. What? Dozer crate block? What?
So I see you're making tower crane.
Yeah. Still
No, I
pretty
love
quiet.
the tower crane.
Thank you. There we
I'm gonna go back over by them tech.
go. Okay.
I actually seen a tower crane in real life.
Yep, me too. I worked for a place that made them.
Like a few of them. Like about, like 10 of them.
Cool.
They're awesome.
They are. So now what, Nukes? What's this one? What's the difference? They look very similar. Oh, I get it. The little corner pieces, right?
Very awesome.
So you're thinking crates specific for each one. That kind of makes sense, I guess.
It says a middle name, kinda.
Oh, you're too quiet, man. I can't make out what you're saying over the music. I got you turned up all the way.
Crane. The tower crane right now.
Yeah, in the background's a tower crane, but this image I have on the screen right at the moment is for the crate idea that Nukes has.
Are you ever gonna put a cab on your tower crane and some weights?
A cab on the tower crane that you can ride in? On this one, no. On a different crane, maybe, but that's a possibility. Many, many updates in the future.
Question for you.
Yeah. Hello?
You ever tried making a wheeled excavator?
We do not have a wheeled excavator. We only have the loader or something like that.
Well, you need to make one. They're like awesome.
So what I'm trying to achieve right now is to get the few machines I've added into a working state so that we can push out an update, and then that's when I'll look at potential for other machines to be added. So there'll probably be the update that I'm working on for the 5 or 6 machines we're adding, which adds a whole bunch of other stuff that other people haven't even seen. And then wait a while and probably do just bug fixes. And then after that, I'll start looking at new features again. Because otherwise, what I've found before, and the reason I haven't done an update in over a year, is I'm like, oh, let's add this. Oh, let's add that. Oh, let's add this. And then like it ends up being a huge update. So I'd rather do a bunch of smaller updates. So this looks good, Nukes. What I'm sitting here thinking is, if we need a different crate for each block or whatever, that or each machine, that means a lot of textures. But if you gave me the texture for that background, I could add in whatever the appropriate crate is, or the appropriate machine is, over top of it as an overlay in Photoshop real easy. So you don't have to make like 15 of those because we have 15 machines, right? What I'm trying to think through in my head is, do we want them to all look like the machine they are, or do we want them to yes, sir, thank you.
So, oh man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Forgot what I was gonna say.
It happens. I do it all the time.
And then you remember what you're gonna say.
Yep. Yeah, I know, Eagle. That's what I was just thinking, like, this crate. So, Nukes, have you seen the actual crate I've got in here already? Like, I like that it's a crate, but it's gonna confuse people if we do both crates.
Go to Nashville, Tennessee. You would find about 10 to 5 cranes on buildings.
Oh yeah, but when I was in Dallas several months ago, there were tower cranes everywhere. They're building like crazy. So this is like the mass storage in the mod. So if I were to put another one in, you can see it does 2. Put another one in, 3, and then you can just, well, if you're not in creative, you can punch it and get them back out. So if we had another crate,
but whenever I save some money, yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a die-cast crane.
Oh.
We're gonna buy ROS 10A0 Wolf 4517 City Tower Crane. Haven't thought of anything yet. $50 at the moment, and
and it's super tiny, you won't be able to see it unless you place it. I did notice like this corner over here, you modified something, but it couldn't quite tell what it was.
have you ever played FS19?
FS19, is that what you said?
It's a farming game, but you can do construction, you can do crane work, you can do whatever you want.
Nah, I haven't played it.
It's very fun. Like, you can drive excavators, you can drive dump trucks. Or dirt, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, and it's just Nukes is just a naming thing, right? If we call this crate, should we call the other thing crate?
I don't know.
So it makes it.
Tower crane.
Too many ideas. Too many things all at once.
Ideas around my head about making something in Giant Editor, or just make something in Roblox Studios, or just make something on a video or something. That's for
Or machine crate, right? Or shipping crate for a machine or something like that would work.
oh, I know what I was gonna say.
What's that?
Say the crane, hook type thing looks like a claw machine.
Yeah, it does. I purposely made
Toy Story.
the handle or the part that picks blocks up kind of like that, so it looks like it should be able to grab a block. There's no good way to pick up a block with a crane kind of thing, you know? Shipping machine is nice. Shipping crate, yeah. Storage crate and carry have them.
See here, I got.
We're starting to get into the territory with the crate stuff of it's gonna stop us from doing this update. For the tower crane and all that. I'm not opposed to it for another update, but maybe not for this update so that we can keep working on this update. You know what I mean?
Maybe your next mission needs to be a skid steer.
Skid steer is like a forklift, right? Or is that more like a bobcat?
Well, it is about fixing a bucket or forks or whatever you want to be fun.
Gotcha. So why is this still rendering? What I need to get into.
If you want, I can send you some pics of the mods. See, you are somebody in general is building a cat excavator or dozer. Oh god.
Yeah, he's the one that did the models for the mod. He's just saying he's getting better at doing the models and has some updated ones.
Crap, those are nice.
Yep. He does a really good job at it.
The 1C or something. The 11T cat. Funny story.
I kind of need to focus on this to be able to do this instead of going all over the place with different thoughts.
We have a cat dealer in our town right now.
Yep, they're all over the country.
I
So,
like
if you
our
don't mind,
town.
can we keep track of, like, keep on topic here and not go all over the place with different things? It's too hard for me to think through the code that I'm trying to work on at the same time. You know what I mean?
We got ideas.
And ideas are what I don't need right now.
The bags of tower crane.
So it is going here. You're fine, Eagle. So it is getting in there. What the heck then? So, but it's never calling the other piece of code? Okay. The handler on the tile entity. So GUI. Not getting in here. They are passing the button. Okay, just doing that. Watch.
Some scripting for it.
And so this is actually how you create a mod for Minecraft Java. Is you write Java code. So it is not. The heck? Why is that not working? Not running is false. Means running is true. Watch that is also as well. Yeah, so running is true. So it's already running, so it's not trying to trigger it to run. And if it's already running, why is it still rendering it? Right, because in the rendering code for the tower crane, it's saying if it's not running, then it does this. That is true. Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out soon too. I just kind of want to get this piece working though, and I'm not sure what's up. I need to grab those images you sent me too for the crates, like the latest ones. Just save them. I've got them all. I just need to save them. Is what I'm saying. So you've got 3 new ones, right? That you sent me? Yeah, one with just the dozer, one with the crate and the dozer, and one with just the crate. Okay. Actually, if you've got them named dozer, unknown, okay. Yeah, I'll save them. Let's see, so why is this false? Makes no sense. Because it needs an ender chest? No. The dozer I sent is using the same color palette and style of the other vehicles you have. Okay, that's why you did it. That's a good idea. See, I wouldn't have thought of that. When I make these things, it wouldn't surprise me if half of them have different colors. In fact, let's look. Look, see? Combine's a different shade than this, and this, and this, and this. They're all different shades of yellow, man. What I probably do most often, though, is I'll open one that I've already used, already created, and just start modifying that. So, like, that's why these two are the same color. And these are the same color, but these were done before, and I didn't go off of those. I don't know. And it's okay if they're different colors, like the machines might even be different colors when you place them down. Like, there's nothing... Yeah. But thank you. That is a good thought to have, and if I were artistic, I probably would have thought the same way. I'm tempted just to break this tower crane and start over with it. It might be in a funny state, actually, and let's just see if it is. Odd shapes. Start. Oh, it's trying to do a thing. Alright, got the button click. Step over. Over. It did set running on the server. We're gonna step into that. It is on the server, so it's sent the network packet. Then what? Hey, big guns. You're saying hey because I'm not talking to you, or you're talking to me and I'm not responding. You are muted in Discord, just so you know. Can't even hear you. I think you muted yourself a while back.
I know this.
Okay. Some people get muted and then forget they're muted.
Myself goes doing something else. Sure as I put in general.
Seeing it's not running anymore. What about the images?
You like them?
Yeah. It's like the same truck and same excavator. It might be time to go to bed. Well, I'm starting to think, because this isn't making any sense to me why this is doing this. And it's probably I'm not thinking straight. And we could force the server to do this. Well, we don't have to check to see if it's running, we could just set it to true. But then that would send multiple packets, is why I didn't do that. If it's on the server side. And this is a handle GUI button, which happens on the server. Okay, Nukes, man, like, don't make me, or don't let me keep you up, man. I appreciate you staying around and watching and everything, but don't let me ruin your sleep schedule for tomorrow. Like, when you guys start talking a lot in your developer Discord thing, sometimes I'm in bed asleep, man. I just look at the messages in the morning. What I kind of like about Discord, right? You can participate at real time or real time plus sleep time if needed. Your phone's battery. Sorry, Eagle. Sounds like everyone that's watching, or a couple people at least are watching, are going to go to bed, so maybe it is a good time to stop streaming. We'll need to see if you can email some people and get some contacts. Oh, interesting. Okay, good night, Eagle. Hey, Eagle, before your battery dies, do you want to try and do the Wither kill tomorrow? And should we try and do a dragon tomorrow? And then, if I'm just can't make it, you just do it without me? It's like I don't want to hold it up. If like something happens and we go out to a movie or something, right? I don't want to hold up making progress on the server. Hopefully your battery didn't die in me saying that. Okay, well, let's plan on that then. We'll plan on at least the Wither, and if that goes well, maybe we'll try and get the dragon, and we'll let others know from TS Craft that if they want to join us, we can. We want to talk to some people. Maybe if you can ask them to feature us on their emails or something like that helps out. Yeah, that should be a great time. I should be able to be on by then. And if, like I said, if I'm not, don't feel bad about starting without me. Nukes, did you make a call on if you're going to try and go to the conference this year? If you're not, it's fine. I'm just curious more than anything. And if you were serious about the TV thing, I might be able to help. I've got a couple TVs. They're not like 60 inches, but they're decent. I've also got... My monitor that I use is like a 42 or something. That's my computer monitor. Yeah. I understand that. Like, you guys are pretty far away to make it all over here. Would have been good timing though with your Kickstarter. Eagle with the jumps again. Jeez. Kickstarter, do a con for a day or two, maybe talk to some press there. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about the press. They do have a thing that's, you know, says something about if you're the press and want to be there. At the very least, you'd meet other game devs that might be interested in wanting to back you just because they support other devs, right? And best case, they're thinking they might get 4,000 people going through there. If 10% of those people want to back you, that's 400 backers. That ain't nothing to laugh at. Now, 10% might be high, but still, that's...
Mate, let me get you some pics of the logging operation I'm doing on 19.
Logging operation you're doing where?
On 19, FS 19.
Oh, the...
19.
Okay. Yeah, I probably need to like get another couple channels in Discord set up for stuff like that. That we can share pictures and things like that. Just to make it a little bit more organized. I'm not saying you can't do it, just I need to be more organized on Discord as well. Let's definitely do that. Oh dang. Okay, those models are nothing compared to what we've got in the mod. Those are like realistic looking. I got super zoomed in, let me reset it. Those are super realistic looking models. Crazy. Yeah, man. If you've got something you want me to share with somebody if I see them, assuming I don't get kicked out of the conference for it, I will do it. I'll have to check the conference rules. I literally got tickets today, so I'm going.
Is to what?
There's a game conference that's going on in October. It's for game developers, but also there's like game tournaments and stuff going on there. So got tickets for me and my son, and his friend to go. They want to do the Smash tournament that's going on there.
Well, that's sweet.
Yeah, should be fun. Better than sitting around the house on weekend.
Sorry, man, but I'm not really that good of a loader at the moment on 19. As you can see.
I wouldn't know what is good on it. I've never played Farming Simulator at all. None of them.
I am a good operator of a self-launcher.
Definitely sending it to the server, so why the heck is it not? Where else are we setting it? That's what we need to be looking at. I know if I can just get past this one part, I can finish this tonight.
What happened?
Pushing for it. Can't call a hierarchy that, can we? We can. The set running is doing it. Where are we
By a
calling?
train.
Oh, you load them up onto a train? That's cool.
Go off my processor. So, I tried to level the tracks, got stuck on the tracks, train hit me, and I flew like that.
That's getting called there.
Which sucks, but okay.
Let's see if that's getting called at all.
Are you a Ford guy?
Nah, I'm not much of a car guy at all, actually.
Okay, well, I got something for you. Out of the town machine. On top of the Ford.
So it is getting over. Is this the client?
Wait,
This
one question. Do you have 3 monitors?
No, I have one monitor that's split between 4 different quadrants.
Two.
So this is on the client. We're getting this set. That's what's going on. Great. Okay, so the client is killing the fact that it's running. Why is that important to us at all? Why do we care on the client?
Oh yeah, cause I need 2 monitors. By the way, are these mods gonna be for devices?
Gonna be for what? Be quiet. Too quiet. Can't hear. So I can check my mixer. Do I already have it open? I just don't know it. Where is it? Nope, it's not opening. I don't know. Windows is so weird with its sound settings lately. they took it and just decided to make it worse than it was before, and it wasn't good before.
You have Windows 10?
Yeah. I turned the music down, but the music is already at like 3%. So low.
Windows 10?
Nobody on the stream would hear it then.
That was my music.
You could test if it's not the client. And this dot world dot is remote. There. Now it'll only happen on the server. And start. Hey man, what the heck?
You still working on your tower crane?
Yeah, I'm gonna be working on that until I'm done. Not a quick thing to do.
Hey, wait. What would happen if you put like the front loader inside the tower crane? Would it move it?
No. Need to go to bed, nukes? Okay. Night, man. Probably won't be far behind. In fact, let's do this. Select a thing. Hit start. It's doing that, that's fine. Hey, it's not rendering it. Select a different blueprint. Start. And it's still not doing it.
Just saying, you did do a good job on it.
Hey, it works once. Going. Start. And then it's because it's already running.
Did you make it by yourself?
The mod? Are you asking the mod? I've done all the programming. Other people have helped with some textures and the models.
Well, they're very helpful.
Yes, they are. There we go. So I'll just ignore. But it's running. Oh. That's when I open the GUI.
There'll be a live stream in tomorrow, right?
I'll probably stream tomorrow, yeah. Weekends I stream more frequently.
Time.
A week.
Like 11:48.
As I was gonna say, I don't know what time I'll stream though. I usually stream during the day and into the evening, but it's throughout the day when I have time, as I'm doing other things. The best way to know when I'm gonna stream is to subscribe. It'll tell you. Why when I open the GUI does it change?
Yeah, I'm
This?
getting really tired.
Yeah, it's getting late here. Like 1 a.m. almost. Okay.
You should just end the stream and then just the bed because. Oh god.
Yeah, that's what I'll do when I stop. I'll go straight to bed.
Did that all tomorrow, right? Like all that, and just end the stream and then just go to bed and get up and then all that crap and then.
Something it's requesting when this is opened, but I can't figure out what it is.
Might just head it off. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, can you not do that,
Oh,
please? Can you not just mumble into the microphone when I'm trying to do stuff? Like stream?
You know that wall, the border fence.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute you, man. I'm sorry, but I can't focus with all these different topics coming in all the time. And it's very hard to understand you too on the...
Hello.
And there you go. Okay, so what message is getting sent that is causing this? Because it has to communicate with the server that it's running or not somehow. So there's something that's touching the running code on this. Or the running state at least, right? So is running is just using it. The MBT stuff is there, but that shouldn't be set. Set field shouldn't get called by the GUI, right? Because its field count is 1, so it should only ever use 0. But let's look at the containers code and make sure the container's not doing anything funny. What's up, Eagle? Are you just keeping your thing alive, aren't you? Never mind. So do we have something in here that's looking at the detected sent changes? So it is going the listener size. That's all of the people around. It's setting the field. Being field right there. Right there. How did that not error off before? Oh my gosh. The evils of cut and paste code have bitten me in the butt once again. I am 99% sure that was the bug. Yep, look, see, I can go into it now. Doesn't cause it. Start it. Change blueprints. Start it. Yep. Okay, so now we place one down, select the blueprint, it shows the blueprint. Yay! We hit start, it stops showing the blueprint. Yay! That's all I needed to do. Tomorrow, whenever I stream again, we'll need to do things like ensure that when you change blueprints, it sets its state properly, right? So if we start this, it's now running, so it's not showing. But if we change it to some other blueprint, it should go to not running. And then from that, we can go on to getting it to render in the proper location. So if we do this, what, every other, where was it? Every other. There we go. So if we don't start and change blueprints, they work. We need to have changing the blueprint change the state back to stop. Or something like that, right? It looks like no matter what I'm doing for placement orientation, it wants to go like this, right? So if we set this one to every other as well. Boom. So the rotation's not being taken into consideration at all. Yep. So we'll need to take rotation into consideration of the block itself. And go from there. Which, let's just make a note to myself for tomorrow. Flop. Change running state when the blueprint changes. And the other one is rotate the blueprint image based on the block rotation. Okay. Sorry, I'm typing a message. I should have not been quiet for that. Okay. Anything else for tonight, guys? Oh, I need to save those images. That would be awful if I didn't do that. So how am I going to do this? Let's create a new folder. I know this might bite me in the butt, but I'm going to create a new folder for this. What's it called? What is it called? Future textures. Boop. And then can I just drag and drop these? I can. So this is a crate BG. This will be a dozer crate. And this will be a what? Just dozer. And the dozer one we can probably use now, right? So let's do that. Why not? Why not? Copy, and it is called what? Bulldozer. Boop. Where did it go? D-O-Z-E-R. That's Dozer Blade. Apparently it didn't copy. Bulldozer. Yes, name it different because I'm dumb, I get it. Bulldozer old. And there it is. Bulldozer. And back in the game, F3T. Come on. Come on, Eclipse, actually pick up that I changed it. Don't give me a hard time. Please. Please. Dang it. Didn't do it. Stupid Eclipse. I'm just gonna say refresh at the top level, see if that works. Refresh. Now F3T. There's something about like really? Okay, I just got a message from GitHub. Well, let's see about that. There it is. Awesome. A doza. Definitely better than what we had. Nice. Still out there. Thank you, Nukes. Okay, I need to make a commit and go to bed, so I'm gonna stop here. You guys don't need to watch me type this last few characters. Good night, everybody. I'll catch you tomorrow. Boy.